Standard are cash and liquidity risk management, treasury reconciliation, payment exception, and investigation. So this is all possible in Swift. So now there are conclusion and key point. Extension of service portfolio from core payment processing to a payment factory and then centralized control covering the complete value chains with different aspects and requirements. This needs partners join hands while concentrating on core competence. Swift is one important partner both in the way of offering products and service and the area of defining standard based at marketplace. So why does banks move to the Swift? It is security, availability used to transmit. Why Swift? Used to transmit the payment message via Swift made between banks, security, availability, and non-repudiation basis. Also used to for the RTGS inquiry link to enable activity of a bank account to be monitored, a banks to receive information about their account and in certain circumstances transfer funds between the account. Then future developments in Swift liquidity saving mechanism. Financial crisis means more liquidity is required and that already available will need to be used more efficiently. Management business information. Financial crisis means this is the banks needs to see what liquidity they are using and when. Inquiry liquid link upgrade. Technology is rated and costs are incurred by the banks when implementing a Fed GUI in the process premises market infrastructure resiliency service MIRS, enhancing the resiliency of RTGS to bring it live with the best international process. So this is all about Swift and its uses by the bank, and I have already discussed the various MQs used by the this message type services of the Swift. When you use in your bank, if those who are working in the foreign exchange department of the you doing their internship, they can also practically see how this system is working, Swift system is working in bank, and those who are not in the foreign exchange in future of their service, they will going to see how this system is working in the bank. So this was all about this foreign exchange transaction. In the next class, we will discuss export and import transaction, bank guarantee analysis, how this foreign exchange, this was the operational platform, and now the is uses in export and import. We will discuss how the export limits they are processed, how the imports is done in India, imports, what are the various methods and what are the precautions, how we can deal the export and import clients. So that we will discuss in the next class. So this is all about today's discussion. Any question, any queries, you can raise a question, or you can also write to me on my email ID. I will see that. Otherwise, it's okay. Thank you very much.
you are dealing with the accounts and statutory principles of India, your base currency symbol will be rupees. And all other symbols will be like exchange symbols only, right? So why do we need to have this feature in our Tally ERP? If you consider that nowadays our operations are spread across many countries, and in many countries we may have the different branches and different locations also. So that is the one here mentioned. Due to the globalization is a one type of a business environment, and this environment. Okay, those are available even if they don't have the company in India. So we may not have a Apple manufacturing unit in India, but we have Apple devices manufactured in India. So those are all maybe directly they may start a business of selling here. We may not have Canon, so manufacturers. I'm not sure that whether we have or not, that is different, but directly they can do the business here. So that is, any country can do business at any country, whatever the type of business it is. But they have to follow certain like statutory rules and regulations and the principles of the government. So that is called as a globalization. So due to the globalization of business, many organizations are required to one currency. It naturally happens. Transactions are often made in currencies other than the home currency. Home currency, if your books of accounts are in India, your home currency will be, you know what it is, like your Indian rupees. Fine. So that you can consider that your INR. Or else you can call it as a rupees. Directly you can write it as a rupee. Take it, expecting response from all of you. So what is globalization? I hope it's clear to you all. Just drawing INR here. Currency feature. What is the advantage? You can work with the transactions in different currencies, and you can specify the rate of currency exchange. So dollar rate currently may be 48 rupees or 50 rupees or 46 rupees. So likewise, you can specify the exchange rate of the foreign currency, and you can maintain the balances of the foreign currency, that is called as foreign exchange. In short form, it is called as forex. Fine, forex. Forex is a foreign exchange. Use journal voucher class for adjusting the foreign gains or loss. If you want to adjust, if you want to adjust the certain expenses, like you can use the voucher class to modify it, which is specified as unadjusted forex gain or loss in the balance sheet. So likewise, we have options related to working with multiple currencies and making the transactions to affect to those currencies, and adjustment of the balances of those currencies in balance sheet. So those are all available with your multi-currency features in your Tally. Point taken. Expecting response from all of you, please. Fine. Now slowly, you know, more 4 members have joined just 20 minutes back, around 12 o'clock later. So who joined after 12 o'clock? Fine. Somehow, some people have joined. Okay. So I want to take you all to the foreign currency and multiple currency features. And let me share the screen once again. First, once if you want to work with the multiple currencies, you should start working with foreign currencies first. So I'm going back from the screen. Fine. So directly this one you can be invoked by pressing a feature, accounting feature F11. So if you choose the F11, there you can see one option related to multi-currency. That is actually selected as no. So I'm going to configure it to make my account books to work with multiple currencies. Or you can call it as multiple currencies, nothing, but I want to work with foreign exchange also. Taken point? Fine. Expecting response from all of you, please. Fine. So this one I'm making as active, yes. So control A, sorry. So then I can come out from the screen without moving to the next all options. So that feature has been selected and configured as yes. That's all. I'm pressing Control A. I exited from that. After that, changes are permanent. Fine. So then you can go back from the screen and you can go to the gateway of Tally, accounts info, and you can look into that. Once you click on account info, currencies are there. So like if you press F11, accounting features, if you change it to no, then I'm saving this. Accounts info, there is no currencies available here. You look into that. There is no currencies available. But if you invoke it, if you make it active, okay. So I'm not going to touch this because once if you are moving continuously down, you will get that option. Don't get any confusion while you are doing this. See, we press F11 and we have used this multi-currency option as yes. But this is also an option we created a cost center class. That time automatically that will be opened as a cost center class. So that is a natural one. You don't need to think about this, why this is open. Okay. So this will be automatically open. That's why I'm saying that Control A, you can press Control A to save that at that stage and you move forward. Fine. So then I will go back. Accounting info, currencies I want to choose. So create, display, alter, and rate of exchange. These four options are there. Create is the one. I want to create a foreign exchange here. When you want to create a foreign exchange, very simple. You can select the dollar. So then I want to specify the dollar formal name, that I want to write a formal name as the dollar, as US dollar. So number of decimal places, show amounts in millions. So millions of dollars, we are not going to choose that. Symbols are fixed to amount, like here, no, I'm leaving. Put a space between amount and symbol. That is, if you require, you can make it as a format like a symbol and number should be separated. Symbol for decimal portion of amount, so that you can select it the symbol as cents. Decimal places I'm leaving. Clear? So we have created one currency. So, but I need to share one thing here. While you are creating currencies, it's a simple activity we have done. But one thing we can't do here. What is that? I can't do. You may try to do it, because this option. Let me explain what this option of choosing the different pounds, yen, and euro. You can look into this symbol: pounds, sterling, yen symbol, and euro symbol. These are all possible only when you use your Alt key plus 156 is the number if you press. But in my computer, I don't have a separate numeric keypad. Some keyboards you can find a numeric keypad. I'm using a laptop here. This keyboard has the numeric keypad. Fine. This is a different computer keypad, so that I can't show that if I type using this. I'm using a laptop to show everything to you. Okay. So in that numeric keypad which is separately available, which is not like a number key which is available on a laptop top, okay, top row. So that keyboard, if you use with Alt plus 156, you will get the symbol of like pounds, and Alt plus 0165 if you use, you will get N symbol, and you want to get a euro symbol, then you can use 0128, but not with laptop keyboard. Fine. If you try to do with laptop keyboard, you never get the expected result. I hope it's clear to you all. Can I get the response from all of you once again, please? Fine. So that is the way you can go for that, and even you can modify it, the symbol, once if you create it, display. So we have two different symbols now with us. One is the US dollar, which you have created. One is Indian rupees, is the base currency, or is like the company where we have been located, and the statutory like formats of the currency will be followed by default. So that will be the base currency. If your books of accounts are in India, your rupees will be the base currency. If your books of accounts in like a US, then your books of accounts base currency will be dollar. For whom it is not clear, they can ask me. Any questions? You click on minus, you can ask me a question or a no doubt what it is. Muhur, any problem at your location? And from Srinagar, one guest login. Any questions? Can I get the response from all of you? The login from Srinagar is completely disabled. Manoj? And Gariahat Center, Mohur, are you there? Manoj, don't delete. Depian, you are on air. Good afternoon, Depian. You are not audible, but you have sent a message. What you done? Yes, how are you? How did you understand? You are not audible. Video is also hanging. Fine, Depian. If you have any question, you can write, or else you can send a message that you are clear with the topic. I'm closing now. Thank you. Ami, you are on air. Ami, could you please adjust your camera? How are you, Ami? You are audible. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine.
But you are missing some classes, Amy. Am I right?
So yeah, last two classes I was missing. I had my accounts classes.
Okay. But how can you manage? Are you able to do that practical? Amy is hanged, and you please respond by typing. Fine. Now, once after establishing the like a currency format here, yes, Shah. Yeah, I'll check that. That won't happen. I'll check it out. Okay. Shah, I'll check. Fine. Let me move forward. And then once if you are able to look into the currency here, you can delete the currency whatever you have created. So from the alter screen, you can delete the currency. So delete it. So once if you enter for the purpose of deletion, the screen will be different. So not only like a symbol is available there. See that you created a currency format. Once if you create a currency format, you can see the format is there or not. Yes, what are the currency formats are there? At this stage, we have only two, so that it is showing these two exactly. Or else we can search for the format also from the name of the currency text box. There you can enter the symbol, then you can type it. Suppose here if you are typing that RS, so then automatically RS will be selected. What format you have used to create it. Okay, and this is the default format. Now here I want to alter it. When I want to alter that, so dollar I open which I have created. The symbol is same and the formal name I'm not changing. So decimal places, whatever I provided there, those are all, I'm not touching anything. Okay, so those are all same, I'm leaving. Now you look into that, the standard date and specified rate. On a particular date, you want to make it as a standard rate of conversion. You don't consider dynamically, even if the dollar rate is changing, you don't want to change it. And generally, the dollars or the foreign exchanges, so certain reasons we will take that you consider as a like a certain reasons we'll purchase and certain reasons we'll sell the dollars. So there here buying and selling rate you can see, and a date, a last voucher rate and specified rate. Suppose if you create a voucher on the dollar, it shows that because today dollar rate may be 46 rupees and you have done a transaction, then voucher can be entered. But if you look into that last voucher rate, or else you can write the buying rate and last voucher rate. So this way certain options are available. This again we will discuss after raising a voucher. Then I will show it to you once again. But to delete the dollar, after entering into the screen, you can use again Alt D. So then you want to delete this particular currency symbol. So then easily it will be goes out. So then you need to have that symbol again. So I'm creating that symbol once again, and I'm giving a formal name as US dollar. Fine. So then I'm leaving. All these are number of decimal places. All this I'm leaving. Okay. Fine. Now what I want to do? I want to do a transaction of this type of format currency. Fine. Now I want to alter this selling price and buying price also, so that I want to make it clear to you all. So alter dollar. Okay. So at the time of creation, some mistake I have done. Okay. The number of decimal places, symbol suffixed to amounts. Yes. Show amounts in millions. No. Put space between amounts and symbol. Yes. So date. So that it is moved to the standard date. So the date, on a particular date, you want to mention that like today, like 01/04 2011. So on April 1st, the account book starting date, I mentioned the date here. So on this date, I want to mention that for like a cost of that particular dollar as 46. I don't want to I want to make it as a standard rate of currency conversion. So selling price I want to mention here, I want to change it to 45, at least like here you can mention it as 45 rupees. And at the time when I'm selling, the date I want to use the same 01, or I want to change it to 02, 09. So specified rate of selling that I want to sell for 46. On buying, when I want to buy, I should buy for less cost. Okay, generally while buying and selling, buying will be less and selling will be more costly. So date I will mention that the same 1st April. Okay, some dates I have wrongly entered here in the previous example also. It should be 2011. Okay. Zero 02, 04, 11. I want to write it like this. So I want to mention the date. Any date you can choose based on the type of transaction you are doing. 0, 1. So this I want to buy for 40. Dates, small difference of the dates we can mention. Standard rate is the rate of exchange. Okay. If you fix selling price, then I want to exchange that whatever I have collected. Obviously, I will try to find good rate of exchange only. Buying rate, when we are buying the dollars to the bank, so it uses when purchasing or paying money in foreign currency. So that currency conversion rate also we mentioned here. So that is the way we altered more features of the dollar. Point taken. So this actually at the time of creation of the currency, this won't be available. These many. Okay, very few features are available when you are first time creating the currency. But when you are modifying the currency features, you will get much about the currency features. Any currency it is. So even like any currency, Singapore dollar will have a different conversion, US dollar has a different conversion, Euro currency has a different conversion. And when we are selling, the cost will be different. When we are buying, cost will be different. Okay. Point taken. Expecting a response from all of you, please. So currency deletion also we identified. Okay. Now we want to do a small transaction based on the foreign exchange. Okay. So we shall create a small bank ledger. So we shall see whether we have that ledger or not. First, we should look into that bank account. So bank account, bank interest, list of ledger I want to write from bank. So Bhopal interest, bank interest and Bhopal data. These two are there. Fine. So we shall create a bank account under bank accounts. So primary accounts we shall see ledger wise. If you look into that ledger group, bank accounts are there. But if you look into the ledger, there is no bank account. Okay. Group is there. Under the group bank accounts, you can see. We want to create a ledger under this bank accounts. This is the primary group. If you open that, you can look into that under current assets it is. So this is a defaultly available group. Now we are going to create a account group. Sorry, account ledger. So I want to create a ledger now. So create a ledger. That ledger is a bank account ledger I want to create. Account. There is a difference between group name and ledger name. Ledger name is bank account, is not plural because you can have many bank accounts. So then I want to make it to bank accounts as the head of account. Is a group of accounts. You look into that. The top one is a bank accounts. So bank accounts obviously is under the current asset. So currency of the ledger, you can select what currency of the ledger. That I am selecting as rupees only. So then I will move forward. The book of accounts and reconciliation, we are discussed about the bank reconciliation. BRS statements we will discuss. BRS is nothing but adjusting the balances of the organization or business accounts with the bank books of accounts. So that's the way we supposed to adjust every time. Bank reconciliation statements is like mapping the exact data of the account details of the bank statements within the account books of our organization to map with the bank account books of the bank. So sometimes maybe some entries, some reasons, some transaction entries may not take place. Some amount we may not collect it from the debtors. So then situationally the balances will be varied. So that is the BRS we will discuss. So I'm moving down. Not applicable the details of the account state, PIN code, account number, branch name. So I'm leaving, all these things while we are creating ledger, what we supposed to select. I'm not mentioning any opening balance even for the bank. Okay. Point taken. So that's been gone. Fine. So now we shall create two different ledger accounts. Voucher entry when we want to do, we need to have some other ledger accounts also, because we are going to do a transaction of certain receipts and payments here. Okay. So I want to create one ledger group, ledger account here. As per the given book only, I'm typing Prism Technologies. So this Prism Technologies is the like a group or like a fabrication. As the given example here, I want to write it as Prism Fabrication. Okay. So this I want to make it to belongs to sundry debtors. So let me increase the size. You are able to see that. So that is belongs to sundry debtors as the current asset, because we will sell the goods on credit to them. Then we may get the money or the bank cash or deposits. So the current asset is. So now this is the group currency of ledger. I'm not changing anything. Fine, as a rupees. Maintain balance is bill by bill. So that I'm leaving as. So inventory values are affected in case of any inventory values are related to that. If you want to make it to be affected, cost center are applicable. So you can select if the cost center bill wise details, you can make it as yes, cost center wise I want to make to be affected. So remaining all the properties of the details of that particular debtor account. So I'm not going to change anything. I'm not entering anything at this stage because we haven't reached to all the things like tax related. These are all if you want to provide like mailing details. That doesn't matter. Tax information, PAN ID and other things we don't know. IT returns number and sales tax number. At this stage, we are not going to handle that. Okay. So this is being created. Now I want to create one more ledger account, but the creditors category. So Mirage Systems. Mirage Systems under sundry creditors I want to create. Fine. Under sundry creditors. So then I am moving that maintain bill by bill. If you want to print a credit period, you want to mention the credit period. So I want to mention 7 days. So cost center are applicable. Yes, I want to make this transaction to be affected with cost center also, so that I can move forward. So I have created two ledger accounts. I have a glance on these two ledger accounts. One is Prism Fabrications, that you can look into that. One is Mirage Systems. These two ledgers are ready. And which one? This Mirage Systems is under sundry creditors. That's the head of account we have used to create it. Fine. So now I want to have a group of the products here, because we are going to create the inventory account also for that. So I'm going for inventory. Stock groups we supposed to create. Fine. So stock group and stock items I want to create. Stock group I'm creating. The stock group here as foodstuff. Okay, foodstuffs. Under primary, and can quantifies of items to be added? Yes, number of units should be shown, so that I want to change it as yes. Fine. So group is created. Now under this group I have some categories. Okay, I need to invoke that feature. Maintain stock category, I want to change it to yes. If I can change the maintain stock category to yes, then that will be appeared to me as the option to be created a stock category. So then I'm going back. So stock categories are readily available there. Fine, otherwise it won't be available to you to create it. Select it, create a stock category. My category of the stock of the food stuff, this stock category is cereal. Fine, so wheat is a cereal. So that I want to use the primary category I'm leaving. Okay, go ahead. Now I want to go for a stock item. Stock item, I want to create wheat as a stock item. Wheat flour. Okay. So you can select all the things. But one more thing here we supposed to do, the units of measurement is also supposed to be created. So that also I want to create, then I will go back and I will enter that. Units of measure I am creating as a simple type, it is not a compound type. So bags I am creating. Bags. If you go back, you can go for a compound type, but bags is a single bag type I am creating. Formal name, wheat bag. Okay. Just treat it as the wheat bag. Simple. So now once if this is done, then the next one is like you need to create a stock item. Stock item I'm creating as per the general example here. So now you can go for wheat. So that time you can select under what? Wheat is a food stuff. Fine. Under category cereals. So the units of measurement bags. Point taken. Are you all clear what I'm going to do here? What I'm doing? So we have created two different stock categories, one category, and we have created two different ledger accounts for the Prism Fabrications and Mirage. Then we started working with the stock group, and one stock group, one stock category, one stock item we created. Fine. So then once it is ready, so you can move forward for all other things. So I saved it. Fine. We came out from the environment. So let me maximize it once. So once if this is ready, you can go for the cross center wise creation also, because you want to allocate it. Cross centers I want to create.
Centralized operation like in case of credit card and others, to the billing and to the banking ombudsman within whose jurisdiction the billing address of the customer is located. So we have got what type of complaints, who can complain, and so after that, what is it? When to complain? When? When is easy to write systematically, it will be easy for you to remember. When? That is first, the bank has to first complain to the bank. They give it to whose institution? No response, unsatisfactory response. In this case, 1 year. So complaint should be made. First, you have to complain to the bank. You cannot go straight to banking ombudsman. Okay? And okay, there's another clause point to it. First is you have to go to the bank and complain. If no response is received, or then within 1 year you have to lodge a complaint with the ombudsman. Or if unsatisfactory response is received, then the complaint can be given to the banking ombudsman within 1 year, 1 month from the date of making a representation to the bank. There's another point to this, question number 4. That is, in no case should be hit by no case beyond Indian Limitation Act. Okay, what does this mean? As per Indian Limitation Act, if you have a money claim on anybody, then you have to take legal action. The legal action has to be taken before the expiry of 3 years. Otherwise, it becomes time barred. That means you cannot make a claim of the person. So, if you have Indian Limitation Act says, if you have a money claim against anybody, you have to file a suit within 3 years. Otherwise, you cannot claim the money ever. That's the law of limitation. So, in this case also, banking ombudsman, when the complaint can go, first the bank has to complain to the bank from the date of filing of the complaint up to 1 year. If no response is received, then one can go to banking ombudsman. Similarly, unsatisfactory response is received. There also, the 1 year, within 1 year, 1 month, the complainant can go to the banking ombudsman. However, his complaint should never exceed the time period given by law of limitation. That is, it should not exceed 3 years if there has been a money claim. disposed of by, we can take it here also. Banking ombudsman will reject a complaint if it is found that the complaint, first of all, is disposed of by banking ombudsman earlier or is frivolous, means immaterial, vexatious, annoying, malafide, unnecessary making allegations, or without any sufficient cause, lacking reasonable diligence, causing no loss, damage, or inconvenience to complaint, beyond the pecuniary jurisdiction of banking ombudsman, requiring consideration of elaborate documentary evidence. So we see, first of all, if the complaint has already been rejected by ombudsman, it cannot be again presented. Second is, the complaint should relate to matters with placed, which is not given in the slide, matters stated in clause 8 of the scheme about deficiency of service. Thirdly, the complaint should not be frivolous, vexatious, annoying, malafide, unnecessarily putting somebody on blame, or without any sufficient cause, lacking reasonable diligence, causing no loss, damage, or inconvenience to the customer, to the complainant, beyond the pecuniary jurisdiction of ombudsman. Ombudsman also has certain limitation if it is beyond his jurisdiction, if it requires elaborate documentary evidence, elaborate documentary and oral evidence, then naturally it has to go to the court of law. So these are the basic things. We'll end the session here, and by again on Monday we meet and we finish the last two chapters. Okay, see you. Full batch code B00023, I think. Show me the first sheet. Okay, here we end the session. Bye for now.
Yeah. Social America. Social America. Yeah. Socially. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful week. Let us first start off with a small discussion upon the project that you all would be doing. Then we will start on with the agenda for today. Anup has already sent me the list of the groups. Hold on. Thank you, Shivani. So, Anup has already sent me the list of your groups, and it's nice to see that everybody has been accommodated in the group of 3 people each. I just wanted to know, because in the list I have 62 people. Anup, can you reply? Anup, are you there? Can you reply that how many people are there in your batch who are taking this course? Anup, I cannot see your message. It has vanished. Again. (62) and 1 Akita, right? So we have 63, but in this list we have got only 62 people. That means one person's name has not been put into. I wanted to know who is that. Yes, Rahul, I have seen that. Anjum, thank you very much. Happy. This is group number 21, which has Ruchi and Shinjini. It has got only 2 people. Who is the third one in that group? Shinjini and Ruchi, are you there? Hi, Shinjini.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Shinjini, you are 2 people right now, Ruchi and you in the group. Who is the third one?
So there is no third person, so just the both of us.
But it is not possible because there are 63 people. All groups have 3.
There
It's
are
only your
62
group.
people in our batch, sir.
But there is one more person, so it is 63 in aggregate. So you have 21 groups, so it is 3 person per group. Then only one. Anyone in this whole group who has not registered their name or did not give their name, please raise your hand. Yes, sir. Yes, Ruchi. Yes, Ruchi, tell me. You can speak out loud. You don't have to whisper.
Hello?
Yes, Ruchi.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was telling I'm present. I think it got delivered a little late.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Anybody who is still not a member? Bharat, yeah, this is what was happening. Right, see, I am very sure there was somebody missing. Let me connect you, Bharat. Hi, Bharat. You can hear me?
Hello. Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello, your voice is a little lower. Can you increase your volume?
Hello.
It is okay now.
Hello.
Hello, yes, no problem. Bharat, where are you? Which location?
Mumbai, sir.
Mumbai. So, do one thing. Either you can join Shinjini and Ruchi's group.
Okay.
Right. Or there is another option. You can ask somebody, any one of those people in the Bombay who have made the groups, if they have somebody from Delhi. So you can swap that place. Because Shinjini and Ruchi are in Delhi.
I'll check, sir. I'll check.
Check it out and do it today itself so that we can get the groups confirmed today, and I will mail everybody the list of the confirmed group on Monday so that I can do so. Right. So by tomorrow, that is the Sunday, I want a mail from you and mail from the other person who is willing to switch. Right. If nobody is willing to switch, then you can join directly Shinjini and Ruchi's group. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Fine? Okay, so problem is solved. Done. Shinjini got the point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bharat is the only one who is left out, right? But he is in Bombay. So the only solution that I can see is either if somebody in any one of the groups in Bombay has a member from Delhi, then we can swap the place and put a Delhi person with you, and he will go and join the Bombay group. And if there is nobody, then you will continue with him as a member of your group. Done? Any problem?
Okay, sir. No problem. No, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we have our groups ready, so that is not an issue now. I will put Bharat's name here. Done. Okay, now all of you can go ahead and ask me questions regarding the project. I hope you all have gone through the handout that I have uploaded on the Moodle. And all of you who are in Adobe, I am very sure you all are a part of some group as of now. Sure? Okay. Have you gone through the handout? Did you go through the handout? Is there anything that you would like to know about the project? Yes, Anup has a question. Anup usually has question. Anup, you are out of focus. If you are not out of focus, you might be in absolutely focused, but I cannot see you. Okay, fine, good enough. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, the question was about the number of participants, means customers who we need to survey. How much number is the minimum number which are entitled?
Okay.
Second is that we need to take time out of our week schedule or on Saturday to meet customers. Because from 9 to 6, or say in my group from 9 to 7, we are in bank. So after that, there won't be any customers. On Saturday, classes and also branches are closed. So that can be a little problem for everybody, not only me. And third thing is regarding the questionnaire. Do we need to validate it with you after we make the questionnaire, or we can proceed with whatever we make?
See, if any group wants to, okay, first answer your first question. I need at least 100 as the sample size. Right, because below 100, it would be very difficult for you to run any of those quantitative research methods. Right, so we need at least 100, minimum 100, right? And I know it is difficult for you to get the questionnaire filled up while you are working in the bank at the same time. So what I would suggest is that we have enough time now. We have approximately the whole of September, right, and a week in October. So we have approximately 5 weeks in hand.
Okay.
Right, so it is approximately 37 days. So even if one person can get filled up one questionnaire, then the number of questionnaires filled up is 100 done. Means it is something like 3 members in a group. Everybody should go with this idea that one day I will get one person or one customer to get a fill up the question. I think you will get that 15 minutes out of your busiest of the busiest schedule to get that questionnaire filled up, right? So this is the best solution that I can give.
Agreed, sir. Agreed.
Right, I hope everybody is listening to this. It is very important because this problem is something that you will all face, and if you do not start doing it as soon as possible, then you might land up in a lot of trouble. Now, I will lead you. I'll give you a small lead how to start off with this. The research paper that I have uploaded, it has a section on ServiceScape, one of those articles. While you read that, at the end or in between, you will find links to other ServiceScape research papers. Download them from Google Scholar. Once you have downloaded